No, it's late, but just you know how I am. But yeah, a good friend of mine, Brittany Miller, on YouTube, they wanted me to give my opinion on the WrestleMania main event match of Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Okay. I'm kind of owed 3, so fuck it. I was thinking of something, kind of drifted off into my own world for a few seconds. Fuck it. This match, I think it's essentially what should have been expected. It was a good match. It was what it was a good match. The problem came, I was like, you dumbass. The problems came from the fact that there was an entire story from Royal Rumble, I believe, or at least around the Royal Rumble, to WrestleMania, of Rock wanting Cody's soul, and that leading to John Cena selling out his soul to The Rock and Travis Scott. I swear to God, if that motherfucker is a part of the DLC for 2K25, I'm going to fucking lose it. I could at least do something with Post. I put him with a hit row with Ashante the Adonis. Little side rant here with 2K25. How the fuck is Ashante the Adonis in the goddamn game when I can't even think of the last time that motherfucker had a match? But Carmen fucking Petrovic, who has been wrestling damn near almost weekly, isn't in the base fucking game. How? Just as a major fan of Carmen Petrovic, has been one of my favorite on the roster for months. So to see that she's not in the damn base game, or even there are so many superstars that got pushed for alternate skins of wrestlers. No, okay. Again, I'm going on a little side thing. This whole video main point is rocking Cody, or not, John and Cody. But I just want to say this: I love the showcase, and I love that it has superstars that have probably never been in a wrestling game, or at least have made a triumphant return to wrestling games, like Rosie, Afa, Sika, Samu, Fatu, Haku, Tonga Kid, or Tom, whatever. I love that they're in the game. I love that. But it's the skin shit. First off, why do we need 2 slots for Roman Reigns? We have Roman Reigns, and then we have Roman Reigns 2022. What the hell is the point of that shit? Why do we have... This one's really bullshit. Why do we need 2 slots for Seth Rollins, one specifically for his Shield gear, yet there's a skin of Seth Rollins in his Shield gear? But then there comes, once again, the big bastard himself. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. You have The Rock, Final Boss. You have The Rock in 2000s. You have The Rock, Nation of Domination. And then you have Rocky Maivia. Note, I am only okay with one of these, and that is Rocky Maivia. Reasoning: I'm okay with Rocky Maivia as a sole character because it's a whole different person. Rocky Maivia, especially debuting Rocky Maivia, was a completely different person than The Rock. I am also somewhat okay with the Nation of Domination Rock in the game, just because we have the return of the Nation of Domination music, which hasn't been used since WWE 2K4 or WWE 14. I don't know if that was a 2K game or not, but WWE 14 was the last time there was the Nation of Domination music. I love the Nation of Domination music, and I think the Nation is one of the most underrated Attitude Era factions of all time. Just one of the most underrated groups. But again, they could have just had the music and had it just be an alternate skin. Going back again to WWE 14, you had Randy Orton, who had voices. But if you select Randy Orton, you can go to a different version of Randy Orton that had Burn in My Light. Here's my thing with skins and slots when it comes to wrestling games. This car is always here and it creeps me out. I'm okay with skins having another wrestler having multiple slots if it's a different gimmick entirely. Like, you can have Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, as one slot with his different colors. There's only goddamn difference is what color his glove is. But then you can have the big dog Roman Reigns in his own slot because that's a different character. It's the same person, but it's a different persona and different character. And also in the game, you have 4 Triple H's. You have Triple H 2000, okay, and Triple H from WrestleMania 30. Those can all just be fucking skins. But then we get to the character who can have his own slot, and that is Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Different character, completely different style of a wrestler. Anyway, back to my fucking point. Admittedly, I don't watch PLEs. I don't. I watch the highlights of the PLEs. And if I had to grade this match of John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, I give it a run-of-the-mill C, maybe bump it up to a C+. Just because I give it a C+, because John did win 17. Trust me, if you look at my YouTube channel, I have been a guy who's saying I have been the guy who says Cena should not win the 17th and just and instead go for the Intercontinental title when the retirement tour was announced. That way he could be a Grand Slam champion, which is something John is not. 17, this will be an interesting story. Especially with its first being the thing that everyone fucking wanted as the excuse for John winning. I guarantee more people wanted this for the reason of John winning is over Cena being the 17-time WWE World Champion. That is a heel John Cena. Right, I could have just pause that, guys. Forgot I could just record my walk. But yeah, I guarantee more people gave a shit about the idea of just doing John Cena, Randy Orton one more goddamn time than John Cena winning 17. Or that's the reasoning they wanted it to be John winning the title. It is a weird-ass timeline that we're in, that John is the heel in the last feud of John Cena, Randy Orton, the last chapter of this feud, this damn near iconic feud of these two, where it ends with John being the bad guy and Orton being the good guy. Very interesting. Do I think Cena, and I will say, I want to grade it as a D or a S, and as the Hawk would say, an S for Sonny Siaki. Sucks Sonny Siaki's ass. For that fucking it, just for one, The Rock no-showing the fucking pay-per-view. A fucking pay-per-view match that kind of had him all around the fucking thing, and the Hollywood dickhead doesn't show up. But instead we get Travis Scott being the reason that John Cena won the fucking belt. But I liked the match. It was fine from what I saw, from what I watched, again, through highlights and shit like that. Even the WrestleMania highlights usually show a good amount of shit. It was a fine match. Nothing relatively special. I do think that people turned on Cody Rhodes' reign way too fucking fast. Just like Carmelo Hayes in NXT. They turned on these two guys way too goddamn fast in their title reigns. There's a word for people like this, and they're bandwagon jumpers. Or phrase, I guess, a name for them. Whatever, I don't know if it's a word or name. Fucking damn it. And that is the people who are a genuine fan of someone and want to see them continue this incredible success. Versus, oh, they're popular. I'm gonna ride their dick until someone else gets the spotlight. And that's what happened, I feel like, with Cody. Also, there are always those asshats who say they prefer the journey over the accomplishment. Like, so many people prefer the story of Cody Rhodes finishing the story over what came next. I didn't give a fuck about what happened next. And then when I saw what was going on next, I had a smile, which is, I feel like, something that the IWC can never fucking have. First off, IWC, you're a bunch of micro dick bitches. I hate those fucking people. And I have another reason for fucking hating them, because I know what's gonna fucking happen soon. But yeah. People telling him the Cody Rhodes title run way too goddamn fast for us. He held the championship for a solid year, which, honest to God, I thought was... Okay, I think a year was a perfect title run for Cody Rhodes. I do think he's going to win it back, since as much as people want to hate on Cody Rhodes, saying that he wasn't a good champion or blah, 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 he's still one of the biggest, he's the biggest baby face they have in the company right now. They're going to put the belt back on him someday. I think what's going to happen, is they're going to build up John Cena's retirement tour, and the last day, he loses the WWE Championship to Randy Orton. I don't know if Randy will retain the title at win the title the first time, but I guarantee you, he loses, Randy will fight his way back to a rematch by, like, I don't know, putting his career on the fucking line for his title. I'm going to fucking come back to this video if that actually happens. If John Cena beats Randy Orton the first time, and then Randy says he will put his career on the line for one more chance at the WWE title, and then Randy wins. Randy wins the WWE Championship, because I feel like Randy is the perfect guy to beat Cena for the belt, solely for the extended story of Cody beating his mentor. Because, okay, I'm going to have to brush up on my history here a bit. But as far as I can recall, at least right now, at, what time is it at this point in time? At 9, oh, for fuck's sake. At 9:20 p.m., as far as I can think, Randy Orton has never lost to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes has never beaten Randy Orton. To me, Randy beats Cena for the WWE Championship. Then Cody beats his mentor and finally beats Randy Orton to win back the WWE Championship. And it was another... I know I said this video... Here's the thing. There's not much to talk about. It was a decent match with a shit ending. What else do you want? It's a C. It's a C for me. A solid middle-of-the-road C or a C+, for the sole fact that Cena is 17. But what I was getting to, a lot of fans want Cody Rhodes to turn heel. I swear to God, if the IWC or these kind of fans had their goddamn way, there wouldn't be one babyface in the fucking company. Everyone would be a fucking heel. You would have heel versus... It'd essentially be, if you can find this match, if you watch this match online, it'd basically be a whole 3 hours on Raw of Money Incorporated versus the Beverly Brothers, where both sides are being booed by the fans. But yeah, if certain fans had their way, there'd be not one fucking babyface on the goddamn roster. But yeah, also, I want to talk about this. WWE went back to its old fucking heels and released a bunch of superstars. Because, fuck it, we need Brock Lesnar back, and we need more money to pay Roman Reigns for not showing up, and we need the money to pay John and The Rock, because The Rock wants more money. Shayna Baszler has joined the unemployment list of the WWE, so goodbye to the Pure Fusion Collective. Also, it's good to know that on basically 5 months into its lifespan, the WWE 2K25 roster is already, already is not aged well with who's in the damn roster. Almost everyone that has been released from the WWE is in the goddamn game. Eddie Thorpe, who about 2 months ago was in the NXT Championship main event picture. Granted, I think Eddie would have been a lot better off in the North American Championship picture, which is where they are fucking building up for. But nah, fuck it. Goodbye, Eddie Thorpe. we've lost Cora Jade. Now, here is a thing about me. If you go back or if you search this, I'm not the biggest Cora Jade fan. I am a firm believer that Cora Jade is one of the most wasted opportunity heels in NXT history. But that doesn't mean I want her fired. I just think her booking needs to be about where she would win some goddamn matches. We lost some jobbers here and there, which, okay, I'm sorry these people lost the job, but if you're not a big name, I'm not exactly making a point to this. Gigi Dolan, who was a part of a good trio of women in a good tag team. Speaking of tag teams, Kaden Carter, and I'm now going to say her by her fucking name and not this damn name, Casey Catanzaro, they're fired. So WWE, I'm going to show you, if you follow me on TikTok, watch this, because I'm about to post a video of what WWE should basically do with the women's tag team titles. And the women's Intercontinental Championship. And the women. At this point, WWE, I don't think you have a brand split anymore. I think both shows are appearing at the same time now. Just have, after Backlash, I think it is, or whatever fucking pay-per-view, have Michin and whoever wins between Becky and Lyra fight to become the first ever WWE Women's Global Champion. That's what you're going to have. You're not going to have enough people. Have a women's United States division and an Intercontinental title division. Braun Strowman was released again, because goddamn that shit. Anyway, there'll be a part 2 to this.